Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So, today's topic is going to be a recipe for frustration, controlling the uncontrollable, or trying to. So I'll get to that in a minute. I was going to shoot outside, still had some daylight left, and of course, tractor boy next door running his leaf blower, and it's a little too distracting for me, so you're stuck with me indoors. Anyway, hope everybody's well. The tail end of this cold is just lingering a little bit, but I'm feeling so much better than last weekend, early part of the week. So coming through it. Good old immune system. It's doing its job. So, a recipe for frustration, trying to control the uncontrollable. And I read all the comments that are coming through Facebook and YouTube, and generally people are doing tactics to get rid of symptoms. Tactics, tips, techniques, practices, whether it be, I don't even know. All the wide variety of mind-body concepts that people are utilizing in an attempt to get rid of symptoms. They're trying to control and get rid of symptoms. And in my opinion, that's not possible. Symptoms can go away, but not through directly trying to eliminate them. And I know that sounds counterintuitive because I've got a YouTube channel here and I've shot well over 1,600 videos talking about how to get rid of symptoms. And the counterintuitive aspect of it is we get rid of them not by trying to get rid of them and by practices and techniques and fixing efforts. We get rid of them by teaching the brain that they're not significant in the first place. They don't warrant any attention or fear. And when we do a nice job in neutralizing the fear with accurate information about what's really going on and how this system called the human body and brain works, when we neutralize that fear, we're able to shift our attention away towards living our lives and not paying the symptoms as much attention anymore. But you can't do that if you're still terrified of the symptoms, and you can't be not terrified of the symptoms until you understand what's causing them, and it's just a benign process in the brain that's just sounding a warning signal based on a false alarm. See how all this stuff works? When you really get down to the crux of it, it's perceived, not actual danger. And so our sole purpose should be to teach the misinformed, scared brain there's nothing to be afraid of. And I know everybody's going to go, but Dan, the symptoms hurt so much. They're so disturbing. They're so distracting. I can't live my life because of this. It's robbed years and years of my life. I get it. I totally get it. But when was the last time you really tried hard to get rid of those darn symptoms and they left? Think back to some of the days where you did a little bit better. Were you as intent and eager to get rid of symptoms on those days that actually somehow, you're not really sure how, but somehow you had a better day and symptoms were not quite as troublesome? Notice, was that through grit, determination, intensity? Or was that kind of through, I just kind of took it easy. I didn't put too much pressure on myself. I thought, well, the symptoms are there, but I got some things I want to do or need to do or would prefer to put my attention towards and engage my brain in something else other than the symptoms. Inevitably, those are the days that end up turning out better, right? And so, a recipe for frustration is really trying to control these darn symptoms, which are controlled by your subconscious, which you cannot directly control. The best you can hope to do is influence it with your expectations. I expect it to be a good day. And my response, so if symptoms are there, my response, as close to this as possible, is really what I recommend. Oh, hi. Hello. You're coming along today? All right. Whatever. So what? The more we can care less whether the symptoms are there or not, the more likely they are to walk away and disappear. Now, you can't do that on purpose, because indifference and not caring if the symptoms are there can't be faked. Your brain knows it. You can't just walk around saying, I don't care if they're there. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Are they there? Darn it, they're still there. I don't care if they're there. That's not indifference. That's not truly not caring about symptoms. That's intensely trying to use a concept, one of the ones I teach, called indifference, in an attempt to control your symptoms, which is the exact opposite of indifference. So, is anybody else frustrated? Comment below. Let me know if you're frustrated by trying to get rid of these darn symptoms. And you don't get rid of them by managing and monitoring and doing all these fixing activities, the meditations, the journaling, the breath works, the somatic tracking, the this, the that. You know, if you've got a checklist of 42 items that you want to do every day to get rid of symptoms, don't be surprised when they're hanging out. Why? Because your sole focus are the symptoms. And as long as you're looking at them, staring at them, monitoring them, trying to get rid of them and fix them, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to stick around. That said, don't try to control them. If they're there, let them be there. You know, you might want to have a conversation with your brain and say, hey, brain, you know what? I'm not concerned about these. I'm not sure why you are. My body's perfectly fine. So let's work together, me and you, brain. I know I'm safe. You know, why do you feel we're not? Let's work together, because I'm really okay, and I'm really not concerned about this stuff. So work with me, and then go on with your day and see what the brain does. You can influence the symptoms, but you don't do it with intensity, effort, practices, tips, techniques. Expect the best, and if symptoms show along, do your best, honestly, not to give a crap, because that's a great message of safety to the brain. Engage your brain in other messages of safety: music, nature, friendship, connection with others, interesting conversations about things not related to mind-body pain and symptoms. Right? Don't make this be your life. It's part of it. I get it. And it is certainly disturbing and slows you down from living the way you want to live. But getting more intense about it and becoming a perfectionist and trying to cure or fix yourself just right. I can't tell you how many times I have people go, Dan, I'm doing this. Is that too much? Is that going to sabotage my recovery? But you're thinking about it too much. There's nothing to recover from. Your body's already fine. We're not fixing body parts. We're teaching the brain that we're actually okay and there's nothing to fix by actually stopping all of the 14 different things we do every day to try to fix ourselves. And as much as possible, if you notice symptoms and you're a little frustrated, shrug it off. Oh well, they'll leave when they leave. This is not a matter of waiting it out. It's not a matter of time. It's a matter of teaching. And in my opinion, we're teaching the brain that we're not concerned. So I hope that all makes sense. Don't try to control the uncontrollable, because that's just a recipe for frustration. I love you all. I'm wearing my Halloween shirt. Hope everybody's doing great. It is Friday night, so you'll see this on Saturday morning. Welcome to the weekend. Hope you're having a great one. And as always, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.